Not enough nonsense in your life? Need a little more? Well, get ready, because these two have it in spades. Loose talk.
What are you talking about? Nonsense.
Even looser opinions.
Please explain.
And you're along for the ride.
Everybody strap in!
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
Hello, friends. Once again, it is Burble time. My name is Benny.
My name is Az.
And we're here to point out the nonsense part of your reality, pretty much, where we get on there like fishermen, like dirty internet fishermen. We troll the seas of stupidity to bring you maybe just a glimpse, maybe an hour of entertainment per week, as we can do right here in your ears. Hello, Az. How are you?
I'm well, Benny. I'm COVID-free, fully vaccinated.
So am I. I'm on the Pfizer. This girl is on Pfizer.
Yes, we are in the middle of a shitstorm.
Yeah, at the moment it is quite a bit of a COVID shitstorm in Australia, which is now affecting the nation's capital. And people went absolutely apeshit, panic buying. Why do people panic buy?
Gives them purpose.
Does it really?
I don't know.
Look, we're not going to be like, I want to have to go to the shops in dribs and drabs and maybe get arrested for going out there, which you're allowed to do. One person's allowed to go out and do the
5
shopping.
kilometres.
Yeah, within your 5 kilometres. Now, I'm sure that there's shops and all that kind of stuff around the ACT within 5 kilometres of most suburbs.
And
I'm
if
sure.
not, get Woolies delivery.
Or you could do that.
Exactly. It's
That's
not
right.
hard.
It's not
Although
that hard.
these politicians are so far removed from reality, they wouldn't know how to, probably.
That's right. On this podcast, I want to talk about the Tokyo Olympics. It's all over and done with. Dust has settled on the able-bodied Olympics. The Paralympics will be coming up soon. But as I want to talk about a couple of opportunities I think that Japan really missed the boat on.
Yeah.
In both the opening and closing ceremonies.
And some sports that they missed the boat on.
Oh, yeah, well, we could talk about that as well. Fine to talk about that. However, though, Barbie's being condemned. Mattel is being condemned after they released an inclusive Tokyo Olympics collection without a visual Asian representation. Meaning they didn't do an Asian person likeness.
They whitewashed the Tokyo Olympics.
No, they didn't quite whitewash it because there is a dark-coloured skinned person, of a person of different colour.
Yes.
In the mix,
But
no
there's
Asian.
Asiatic.
No Asian.
Oh, dear.
No Asian.
Whoops.
I want to talk about this in Utah, okay? The bastion that is all just beautiful in the United States.
Utah, that's all about
Mormons and stuff.
Mormons and having harems of women and things.
All that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, the Utah resident is demanding that a senator change his obscene last name.
What's his name? Cockwomble or something?
Well, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
That's coming up. You know, in the United States, and this was all part of Donald Trump, where he was just basically saying, look, we'll put up the wall. They won't be able to get in, all that kind of thing. Well, now shit seems to be going the other way, as.
Okay.
Because you know the drug trade from Mexico has been quite lucrative for
That's always been lucrative.
the cartels for years and years and years. Well, now, apparently, it's going the other way.
What, they're selling drugs to Mexico?
Where apparently
America, rather, not we.
Americans are now trafficking drugs into Mexico. Talk about that. Do you wear your headphones a lot? Now, this is something I've got to be real careful with because, you know, with my history in radio and even this podcast right now, I'm wearing a set of cans.
Yep.
I got headphones on.
Have cans on all day.
That's right. But apparently headphone use is leading to loneliness in some.
It depends what you listen to, I guess.
We're going to talk about all of these, if we can all fit it in, right here on this podcast. It is known as The Burble.
The Burble. This is gonna be good.
With Benny and Az.
Me and you, like a couple of schoolgirls, were texting during the opening ceremony
Indeed,
of
we were.
the Tokyo Olympics. And basically, what we were doing is we were going, I wonder if they're going to do this. Or that was pretty cool. That use of technology was all right. And then it just slowed to a grinding halt.
Didn't it what? It turned out to be like the seasons of that long-running TV show that everyone loves, like whatever you've got in your head, where, you know, season 1 and 2 are amazing, and then 3 to 5, 3 to 6 are shit, and then, like, the last couple of seasons are either really good or really bad.
Yeah.
It was like filler.
Yeah, it was. It was exactly like
Yeah.
that. Well, because they did some stuff, and I thought, all right, this is traditional. They're all starting to build this up. You know, we're telling the story
Did the
of
drumming and
the Taikos drumming
Yeah.
and all that kind of thing. I think it's called Kaitos. Anyway, and then the athletes came out and then gummed the works up.
Oh my God, how long did that take?
It took forever. And what shit me is that the athletes literally walked in, some stayed, but Australia, the rude ones that we are,
In and
marched in, waved the flag, waving all around to an empty stadium, and then left the building.
We were off for a tin.
We were off for a tin. But I think that the Tokyo Olympic Games organising committee
They done fucked up. Let's
yeah,
not beat around the bush.
they did.
They done fucked up.
I think they did done fuck up because there was a lot of aspects of Japan that weren't covered in the opening ceremony to me. And I'm going to say the first thing that they missed the boat on, there was no Mario
Nope.
or Sonic at the Olympic Games. Now, they've been releasing those video games
They have.
for donkeys, but there was no Mario or Sonic at the Olympic Games. When we got the first glimpse that Tokyo's hosting 2020 at the closing ceremony of Rio,
It was Mario.
it was all about Mario.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was the mayor of Tokyo popped up out of a Mario pipe.
That's right, he did too. I
I'm like-
vaguely remember that.
You know, this is going to be good. This
Yep.
is going to be completely Mario. Missed the boat on that. No robots at all.
Oh, no, actually there was. There was a giant Gundam statue that you could see when they were doing the rock climbing.
Yeah, but no. I'm
That
talking
thing
about,
moves, by the way.
I'm
it
talk-
walks.
That, yeah, but they did that in a public site. That was
Yeah.
like a public space event.
But Japan does have giant walking robots just littered about the place.
I understand that. Where were they in the opening or closing ceremony?
Well, they should have had a category of fighting robots.
There was no Gundam. There was no Godzilla.
Godzilla!
There was no Mothra. They didn't do that. Okay. No Hello Kitty. Now,
I know. Where's the cat?
Where was Hello Kitty?
Where's the big cat? I was very upset.
Come on, Tokyo.
The wife's favourite colour is Hello Kitty, and
Favorite color?
yes, and she was quite put out because when we were texting each other like schoolgirls. Oh, actually, speaking of schoolgirls, where were the schoolgirls?
Well,
Japan
yes.
loves a schoolgirl.
Giggling schoolgirls.
Exactly.
As I want to get to the crux of this because there's so many other things that that they could have done. Now, when I say that there weren't any robots, there were. There were robots during the javelin that drove out. I did something,
Yeah, but they were boring robots.
but they had robots with a purpose, right?
Yeah, they didn't have swords.
No, they didn't have swords. They didn't have glowing swords or lasers or all that kind of thing. But one thing in particular that's come from Japan, which they didn't focus on in the opening and or closing ceremonies, where was the bukkake? Seriously, where was the bukkake? They could have started the story, in ancient times. They wanted to shame somebody, so they
Buried
just
them.
took them up into a cave and just, manhooded all on them. Where was that? There was not enough tentacle porn
No.
in the opening ceremony. Now, I have to say hello to Sai. He gave me that idea. Where was the tentacle
Well,
porn?
they didn't even hentai one on.
No hentai. Like, come on. Japan, you really
Japan,
missed.
where's the tentacle rate?
You really missed the boat on a lot of things that you could do. Where was the lesbian vomit porn that they could have put in there as well? Which, funnily enough, is all just basically,
Lesbian vomiting.
yeah,
porn.
but it's unique in only 3 areas of the world. Germany, Brazil, where the last Olympics were held. So I thought they could have done like a co-mesh kind of deal with that. And then Tokyo, because it's big over there. Now, you're probably listening at the moment, driving in your car or whatever, shaking your head going, now, come on, boys, that's a bit silly. No, it's big business over there in Japan.
Japan loves a kink.
Oh, yeah.
They're
And
they're a closeted society. Don't forget they cut themselves off from the rest of the world for like 500 years in between 1500 and 1800 or something.
why did they do that?
Because they didn't like the rest of the world. They just went, you're a bunch of dickheads and you're hurting our culture. So out. And they didn't let many people into Japan at all. That's that whole Last Samurai thing with Tom Cruise. Like he was set during that period and they were very feudal. It was pretty cool. And then, yeah, they got like all, I don't know, what's the word? Insular.
Yeah.
Like uptight. And then that all came out as tentacle porn. And
Well,
hentai and-
there you go. There's the result of it. Bukkake and tentacle porn. Now, I'm not suggesting that you do that. Like, if you're listening to this at work, not suitable for work, alert. Okay, do
Probably
not
a bit
get
late.
on. Yeah, don't do that. Don't get on there because I don't want to receive the letters. I don't want to get the letters going. You got me fired because you made me look at tentacle porn while I was at work.
Well, come on. If you're looking at tentacle porn at work, either A, you've got a great job, or B, you shouldn't be looking at tentacle porn at work.
Yeah. So all of that was missed, and
let's look at the less sort of commonplace thing that Japan might have actually put in the games, which is video games. I know no one cares about that. Esports, yeah. Exactly.
Is there talk of esports coming into the Olympics?
There should have been. Like there was a huge thing about how Japan was going to like focus on with the opening ceremony with Mario and Hello Kitty and all of the like sort of icons of gaming and pop culture, and then they were like, well, maybe they'll introduce esports because Brazil introduced something cool. We introduced surfing, I think, or BMX riding.
No, surfing came in this year.
Right, but we did the exhibition match, though, didn't we?
I'm not really sure
But
what
anyway,
it was.
like each year,
I think we introduced the beach volleyball.
Maybe, but the host country gets to do an exhibition of a sport they want, don't
Yes,
they?
yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, maybe Japan will do video games. So, like, we'll have a Street Fighter tournament or a Tekken tournament or something like that, which would have been sick, would have legitimised gaming. Not that it needs more legitimacy, but, would have really put it a bit more on the map.
Yep.
But they did fucking rock climbing or something, didn't they?
No, well, it's the speed climbing was great though. The bloke got up
But
there.
it was done. It was like me in bed. It was like done. They were up the wall. Gone.
I did like in the opening ceremony the formation of the logos for the different sports.
Oh, that was sick.
That was funny.
Was
and while one of them it was a potential F up, they managed to get on with it and keep going.
He was great. Because I remember when we were texting each other, it's like, and now for the infograms, there's 56 of them, and I sent Benny a message, oh, fuck, there's 56 of these things.
No, they got through them quite quickly.
Then he started doing it, and I'm like, oh, I take that back. This is actually pretty rad.
Yeah. and we needed that due to the fact that it was just so
my
goddamn
God.
boring, though.
It was like watching the ABC on a Sunday afternoon. It was just slow.
And then in the closing ceremony, okay,
I didn't even.
The closing ceremony. Then they cut to Paris, 2024, right? Three years away. And here's the thing, right? Because I understand the COVID situation happening in Tokyo at the moment and all the lockdown shit. There were athletes who medaled in Tokyo, were in the video presentation with their medals on. Already in Paris. The games haven't even closed.
How the hell did that happen?
Emperor hasn't even officially... Because they just wanted to get the fuck out of there. Like our Australian swimmers got the fuck out of there as soon as we scooped the pool,
Yeah, we were
so to speak.
Oh, because all the Yanks got salty. Did you see that bullshit?
Yeah, they
were all
did.
like, oh, the Australians cheated. No, we're just better than you at swimming. Haven't you worked that out by
Do you know
now?
what? I reckon Americans would get the shits if we went and beat them at the shooting, though. Because let's face it, they're gold medalists
Yeah.
without even competing.
You know what they'd say? They took our guns.
They took our guns. They took our guns.
They took our guns.
Back on the pile. But the Tokyo Olympics, look, Australia, I think it's actually our best Olympics we've ever competed in.
We came in sixth.
Yeah, which is better than like our bronze medal tally is much better than some or most of the nations.
Yeah.
And we really loved going for bronze.
Bronze is good. I'd be happy with bronze.
I'm happy with the
That's
basketball
your third
team.
in the whole world.
The basketball team,
They did
first
well.
medal ever in the Olympics.
Yeah.
We perennially come fourth, and then third.
Although that last game was a bit of a bloody slaughter when what's his face came out in the second half and just dunked on everyone.
What, the Americans?
Yeah, when we were playing the Dream Team and we were like in head for the first two quarters and then they brought on, was he, Kevin Durant or whatever his name is?
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
just went,
Yeah.
win. And we were like, damn.
Yeah, well, anyway, the Olympics is over.
We got Luke Longley.
And we are now looking forward to the Beijing Winter Games, which are coming up in February.
Okay.
So it's
It's in Beijing.
It's in Beijing, the Winter Games in Beijing.
Didn't they just have an Olympics?
They had the Olympics in 2008.
Right. So they had
Okay,
some
and I've been
Olympics.
trying to work out exactly why Beijing's got it because I didn't think it snowed much in Beijing.
They'll just make it.
Yeah, well, that's fine, but due to all the smog and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, if they keep mouthing off and being the way they go, it could be a nuclear Winter Games.
Oh, God.
But, anyway, they're coming up. That's what we've got to look forward to interrupt our summer of cricket. We will have the Beijing Games, Winter Games in 2022. I think Mount Hotham or Perisher should go for the Winter Games. Because we can make it naturally. We've got it there. Yeah, we've got the snow guns and stuff. But, geez, wouldn't it be good to have the Winter Games in Australia?
Didn't we have like the Commonwealth Winter Games or something?
They don't have the Commonwealth Winter Games.
The bloody poor man's Olympics, the Commonwealth Games. There's like 4 countries in that now, isn't
We've
there?
had the Commonwealth Games twice in the last 20 years.